Hello, welcome back to Nerd News Today, and now joining me across the screen, we've got Mr. Zach Oat. He is here today to talk to us all about the many things going on at Diamond Select. Zach, how's it going today?
It's going good. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Now, normally, in about a month from this time period that we're doing this interview, I would be seeing you in the Javits Center for New York Toy Fair. And for those who don't know, unfortunately, New York Toy Fair has been canceled, which really sucks 2 years in a row. But here at Nerd News today, we'll be doing something like we did last year to kind of get through Toy Fair. But Zach, does Diamond Select have any plans to do anything as well, kind of in lieu of this big event?
Yes, we're going to be putting together a video showcasing all of the upcoming stuff we have for the year. It's probably not going to come out in the general Toy Fair timeframe because, believe it or not, it's easier to just ship everything to New York, put it up on the walls, and then walk people through it, with their own cameras and stuff, as opposed to us setting up, getting it all into Maryland, setting it all up in an office, and then having our film crew film it, and then edit it and do that with it. So with all the different information we want to put on it, we do that primarily for the retailers who aren't able to come. But I go in and I make it palatable for fans and press and show that off to people. But hopefully there'll be a lot of cool reveals in that. But it won't probably air until later in March or maybe even April, but hopefully late March.
Unfortunately, we didn't do a proper booth tour with you guys during New York Comic Con, and it's kind of crazy to think how we were at New York Comic Con and it wasn't even that crowded. I was there like maybe a month later for Anime NYC. That place was jumping. That was horribly packed, but it's crazy what happens from October to here we are now at the end of January, and now we have Omicron. Excuse me. And now we have Omicron as an even bigger threat than before. So I'm hoping, 2023 Toy Fair is back. I'm hoping we'll even get to have New York Comic Con again and maybe even SDCC. I guess we'll see how things unfold.
Yes, we're currently planning to attend SDCC, so hopefully that happens.
All right, very cool. I mean, I won't be there, unfortunately, but you guys will. So that's cool for anybody out there attending. But we're here today to talk about some stuff that is ready to be announced, and that's a bunch of solicitations you guys have for the month of February. So, Zach, I guess let's just go ahead and jump right on in. And let's start with the first piece you've got, which is going to be a Bruce Lee piece.
We've been working on Bruce Lee pieces for a while, working with the family of Bruce Lee, putting out pieces based on his history and his outfits from throughout his career. And we recently teamed up with the Green Hornet team, and we're going to be putting out some pieces based on Bruce as Kato. Everybody loves Green Hornet, but Kato was the real breakout star of that show. So we did a Legends in 3D bust, which is our large 10-inch half scale busts. This is going to be one of our 1/7 scale busts. You may remember we did a long line based on Batman 1966, and these are designed. This one is designed actually to fit in with that collection since they did have that crossover. And we do have more Kato stuff planned in the future, including action figures. So keep an eye out for that.
And what's really cool too is this piece is designed by Barry Bradfield. He does some really amazing work, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do with Bruce Lee. And yeah, you mentioned action figures too, so we'll hopefully maybe we'll see some Kato figures. But what about more general Bruce Lee figures? I mean, are there more iconic outfits for Bruce that Bruce had that we can make more figures of?
I believe we had a couple of more ideas for outfits, but we're definitely going to do a deluxe box set with him and with a bunch of accessories. I don't know which costume that would be,
Okay.
but we'll see how that one shakes out. And we do have, I believe, another gallery diorama in the works. We did three based on water with him doing the hand movements. One based on fire, which was him kicking and a big flaming foot through the air. And then we did one called Earth, which was him shattering a big stone tablet with his feet. And I believe we still have Air planned, so we'll have to see how that one comes out. I haven't seen the design for it yet, but I believe we do have that one in the works. And we had a couple other statues we've shown, or one other statue we've shown. I don't know if we're going to convert that to a gallery piece. It was very big. It was a large. It was part of our milestone series, so it would have been several $100s. But I think we might resize that, maybe try to do it as a smaller piece. We'll have to see.
All right, that's cool, and it's good to know that Bruce Lee is in fact the Avatar. So that's also pretty exciting. So you guys also have now another Godzilla piece coming out, and I really love the Godzilla pieces. I mean, we looked at the first Godzilla PVC piece. The thing was enormous, and it was so awesome looking. And you guys have now another half scale resin bust coming out, right?
Yes, the first half scale resin bust we did was, well, half scale being a 10-inch tall bust of Godzilla. We'll
Yeah,
have to
it's
figure
more
out
like
what scale that is.
that's several halves.
Yeah, 1/700th scale, and we did 1962 as the first one. And no, 1964 is the first one, and now the new one is 1962, which is from King Kong versus Godzilla. Um, And it's really cool. The base is an iceberg, the iceberg that he is thawed out from at the beginning of the movie. And yeah, it's designed by Joe Allard. He designs all of our Legends in Three Dimensions busts. He always puts in a cool base into the design, which is really great. Um, and sculpted by, I think, Jorge Santos Souza. He does a lot of our Godzilla stuff. They're both really great guys and very talented. And we do have some more Godzilla stuff in the works as well. I think we're still waiting on one more of the gallery dioramas to come out. And if this does well, there are plenty other Godzilla styles to do for busts. And I'd love to see some other characters done as busts too.
Yeah, me personally, I'm waiting for some Diamond Select Godzilla action figures. I think those would be really cool, but that's probably quite a crazy wish to ask for, isn't it?
It has been discussed. We'll have to see how that goes.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that. So I know you guys also have a bunch of Marvel things coming out, and we're talking about statues right now. So I know you got some stuff in the PVC world as well as a few resin things going on. So what do you guys have to announce for Marvel?
Marvel, we got a bunch of stuff going on. It's actually the 20th anniversary of Marvel Minimates, as well as Marvel Select, actually. We're relaunching the Marvel Minimates line. We offer them as 2 packs, an assortment of 2 packs. But in order to make them easier for people to get a hold of and retailers to order, we have switched over to a 6-pack box set format. So Wave 82, what would have been Wave 82, is now the first 6-pack series. And that is in a window box with an opening flap. And it's the Fantastic Four. So you've got all 4 members of the Four. You've got Silver Surfer and his new Silver Surfer black look. And you've got Dr. Doom and his infamous Iron Man look. And then you've got a minifigure pack in of Herbie, a very small Herbie. And that'll come in a cool box with original art on the front, replicating the recent Fantastic Four #1, but done in the Minimate style, also by Barry Bradfield. In addition to doing a lot of busts and statues for us, he also designs, he does a lot of Batman stuff, but he also does all of our Minimate designs and Vinimate designs. So he's immensely talented. He comes from an animation background. He just really can really work in that Minimate style and make it look very cool. Yeah, the other Marvel piece, we have a couple other Marvel pieces this month that we're offering. One is another one of our Legends in Three Dimensions busts, the half-scale busts. These are actually half-scale, about 10 inches tall. And it's The Thing, another Fantastic Four piece. So that is the newest one in the series. We've done probably about 7 or 8 Marvel pieces in the line so far, including Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk. Some movie-based, some not movie, but some comic-based. But The Thing looks really great. He's really rocky. Another Joe Allard design. I think that one was sculpted by Rocco Tardamella. He's got kind of a cool white and blue techno base going on. And we have a new gallery diorama of Psylocke. Who I'm surprised we haven't made her before now, but she's joining our X-Men lineup for Marvel Gallery dioramas. And those are the 10-inch tall PVC sculptures that we do. So they have a much lower price point because they're PVC. So they're only about $49.99.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Psylocke personally because I'm a big Psylocke fan, and I know you guys are going to do an amazing job with her. But besides that, I know you guys are also continuing the Skottie Young line of sculptures too, right?
Yes, that is all based on his variant cover artwork for Marvel. The new one is the Falcon, or more accurately, Sam Wilson as Captain America. He's wearing it's comic based, obviously, but it's him in that red, white, and blue outfit that they replicated so nicely on the TV show. And it does come on a clear support rod, so he is actually flying. And yeah, that's a really popular line for us. Technically falls under the Gentle Giant Limited umbrella because we took that line over when we took over Gentle Giant Limited. But they do really great work, and we have great painters who capture that 2D paint scheme of the artwork. Very, very cool. The shadows between the teeth and different color schemes on the body. And we've tried to emulate that style as best we can in the paint. The style of his illustration.
So one thing I noticed that's not on this particular list, but is very, very popular, is some of the animated series half busts that you guys are doing, some of the mini busts, rather, which is for the X-Men, the animated series, and Spider-Man, the animated series as well. So is there anything you can tell us about those two lines that we can look forward to this year?
Yes, we've offered a few Spider-Man pieces, Spider-Man, Mysterio, Dr. Octopus. I'm not sure what's next for them. I know we have a few more pieces planned. I'm not sure who's going to be next for that line, but X-Men, the animated series will continue. I think we've put out about, again, 7 or 8 busts in that lineup. We just did Storm and Professor X, and we're going to be offering some more characters that have not been made yet. I believe Jubilee is in that lineup. I know a lot of people have been asking about Jubilee. And we do have one exclusive that's going to be coming to shopdisney.com. So you'll be able to get one of the pieces directly through them. Yeah, it's a really popular line for us. We make 3,000 of each, and I think we've been selling out all of them, which is really great. So yeah, and especially with the news that X-Men the animated series is coming back, to Disney Plus, it should be very interesting.
And something else that's really cool, which I actually already got my hands on, and there's going to be a review of this coming out very soon as well. This is kind of a special, super big announcement here. You guys have another Marvel Select Disney exclusive coming out here. Can you tell us what that one's going to be?
Yes, it's going to be a new edition of our Hawkeye comic-based figure, inspired by the Matt Fraction comic run. Where he has the flechette symbol on his chest, and he comes with Lucky the pizza dog, and he comes with a bow and a bunch of trick arrows and a little crossbow pistol. It's a really great figure. It also has an alternate head. One is sunglasses, one is banged up with a bandage over his nose. And it's a really great figure, and we're going to do a paint color change to it, where he's got instead of half sleeves, he's got a full sleeve, full purple sleeve, inspired by his new costume on the Disney Plus Hawkeye TV show. So it's not TV based, but it is comic based, and it's a really great figure that a lot of people are hopefully going to want to get their hands on if they couldn't get it the first time. And if they're fans of the show, they may want to get this new costume as well. So that one is going to be coming out sometime this month in the US. I believe it's already been offered in the UK. But keep an eye out on shopdisney.com for that. That should go up for pre-order fairly soon. They're just waiting to get it into stock.
Now, in my review of it, which is going to be out fairly soon also, one of the things I mentioned was how I felt it was incomplete. And what's incomplete is not the figure, because the figure was great, is that there's no Kate Bishop. So are there any plans for a Kate Bishop to come out?
I believe she is on our short list of characters that we want to do. Whether or not it'll be a comic-based one or a TV-based one, I'm not sure, but I know she is in consideration, absolutely.
All right, that's great news, because we got to have the pair together, obviously. Can't have one without the
Yes,
other.
of course.
All right, now I got this list that you sent me, by the way, and it's got some really interesting stuff here. And one of the things that really stood out to me was the fact that on this list you got a Ninja Turtles piece coming out. It's not just any Ninja Turtles piece. So I'm going to toss it over to you. This one is, I think, like for me, the biggest thing you guys are announcing for this month.
It's pretty darn exciting. We have done some Ninja Turtles product in the past. We did some half banks, waist up banks, vinyl banks that were available at Toys R Us and comic shops. We did minimates. We did multiple series of minimates, which were great. But this one is our first gallery diorama. Again, that about 10-inch tall PVC sculpture. And it is of the Last Ronin, who is the mysterious turtle that appeared in recent comic series from, I want to say IDW, but I could be wrong about that. It's a mystery who it is throughout the course of the story. It's a story from Eastman and Laird, I believe, that they came up with. And throughout the series, you don't know which turtle it is. And so he's got multiple weapons, and he's really charging, and he's got like a dark mask on, and it's a really gorgeous piece, and you can see the pictures of it, and it's going to be really great. Hopefully people will really respond to it.
I get the feeling of all the stuff you guys are announcing, this is going to be the one that sells out like immediately. That's not just me pandering, like this thing is going to be hot, guaranteed.
Yeah, the great part is we can absolutely make enough for everybody. It's not a limited edition, so if you see it selling out, hopefully there'll be more coming out, because it's a piece we want everybody to be able to get their hands on.
I hope so. I'm going to be fighting to get my hands on that one too. All three of my turtle fingers. Let's wrap this one up here and talk about a bunch of new Star Wars listings you guys have, because of course Star Wars has now become the bread and butter of Diamond. So what do you guys have for Star Wars?
Star Wars it's a pretty exciting month actually. With Book of Boba Fett going on, we have this really great piece of Boba Fett on his throne. The throne that he took over from Bib Fortuna, who took it over from Jabba the Hutt, although he didn't really sit on it because he was a Hutt. It's a really beautiful piece, big piece, a little bit more expensive than our normal pieces. I think it's about $350, but it's like almost a foot wide. It's a very big piece. In addition, we have a nice piece based on the finale of season 2 of Mandalorian, which is Luke Skywalker holding Grogu. That's another one of our premier collection statues. I think that one will be about $199. And then we've got a bust. Our 1/6 scale bust line is the main thrust of General Giant Limited's output. They do, we've been doing the busts they were doing the busts for a long time before we merged together. But it's Luke in his Bespin gear, his tan outfit with the blaster and then an interchangeable arm for the lightsaber, and that is very hotly anticipated. We get a lot of questions about it. I guess it was announced a while back, possibly I believe by us, but possibly even by Gentle Giant, and it's not. It has not been made in any of our runs, so people are excited about it. It's a costume that hasn't been captured in that format yet. So and that'll be about 120, I believe. Three exciting new Star Wars items. We try to offer about three new Star Wars items a month across all the different scales and formats. So lots, every month we got new cool Star Wars stuff coming, and you can pre-order it all at GentlGiantLimited.com.
Yeah, lots of very, very awesome Star Wars stuff here. Anything Bespin, I'm a sucker for too, so I cannot wait to get that one. Hopefully, I get that one in my hands too. So, for anybody who wants to go ahead and pre-order anything that we've discussed today, or just check out what's currently available, head over to DiamondSelectToys.com. And Zach, I know we're not going to see each other in February, but we'll be able to virtually see each other at some point next month. And so I want to throw this one out to all the people who are watching today. If you guys have any questions for Zach and for Diamond Select, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Next time we chat with this man, we will get hopefully some kind of answers. So, yeah, we'll meet again in about 30 days and we'll see what we can do. But Zach, again, appreciate your time and thank you so much. Can't wait to see all the cool stuff coming out.
Thank you for having me, man. It's great to talk.